Don't play with it, don't be dishonest. Still not understand.
Identify that Miss Sachel is from Padmore. She was an intimate partner to the father of Danielle Rowe. She's a dental assistant. There's a lot to be revealed tonight, Jamaica. But let me introduce to you tonight Danielle Rowe's family. Apostle Yvette Thomas, good night.
Hi, good night, good night. My daughter will soon come on.
Apostle.
Oh, she's there. Shakira is there as well.
Shakira, good night.
Hi, good night. Sorry, I got the flu as well. So apologies for coughing.
Apostle.
Yes, sir.
They must confess, they will confess.
Them start confess.
Them start confess, so the confession not finished yet.
No.
Sit up in your bed, Apostle.
I am trying to.
It's 2 o'clock in England and she's accommodating this for her grandniece.
Yeah.
49.
I'm sitting up. Yeah.
So your daughter and you are here tonight.
Yes.
Apostle, tell Jamaica what is happening now.
There is so much that is happening. You know, when I came to Jamaica and these people upset me, Jamaica, majority of Jamaica was talking about what I did. But what Jamaica people them need to understand was that we are a close-knitted family and they don't know nothing about us. And they have no right at all. Because what I was saying, when I want to emphasize that what I meant is that when I said I have my money is that I could have buried my niece if we had known that they would have come and do what they did to us.
Take over.
Then what happened wouldn't happen. You understand? What happened would not have happened.
So you're saying that if you had got the chance to do the burial yourself, you would have done it without the interference of the
I
government.
am an apostle. I could have buried her. I could have laid her to rest, as well as because I've laid person to rest in Jamaica before, so I know what to do. I could have laid her to rest, and I could have done the funeral where I go and preach. So they shouldn't. They didn't have to use a 7 day Adventist church who have their 7 day rules, and 7 day Adventist people should not have taken on a funeral that is gonna carry all different sort of people coming there, because they know that it would be all different type of people that would be coming to their place.
Yes.
You know,
But I must say that persons in the church at the time was speaking in tongues that was not the family member. That was not the family. There was persons in the church at the time that when some of the clips that I've seen and I remember being there, there was one particular lady to my left and she was a part of the family, not on Danielle's mother's side anyway. So
So
um
you're saying apart from Apostle and you, the immediate family speaking in tongues, there were other people in the congregation that were speaking in tongues.
I was
yeah,
not speaking in tongues. I
yeah,
was not speaking in tongues until the message came to me that I should was not allowed to speak in tongues. I was not the one speaking in tongues.
Wow.
well, my point is that it's a funeral, for God's sake. At the end of the day, I'm not saying that rules are there to be followed, and we do understand. And our family are Christians. We're not 7-day Adventists or anything like that. So we understand other people's religion and their faith. We live in a multicultural place, like we live in London, and we find every single type of culture and religion in London that you could possibly have in the entire world, and we learn to respect other people's religion at the end of the day and beliefs. Whether
So
or
you're
not
saying you
we
just want to
like
clear up the atmosphere that you never went to disrupt the funeral, and
absolutely not.
it was more a case of passion and hurt and anger built up.
Yeah, and to be honest, a lot of the time we were trying to, I myself was trying to keep my cousin Monique really calm because she was upset about a lot of things that was going on. And you know,
That is Paola, your cousin.
yeah, we refer to her as Piola. We obviously we know our name is Sudie Mason, but our nickname, our yard name for her is Piola. So it's not a lot of people know that name, and anybody who will refer to her as Piola would have been somebody who used to us from the family yard in Kingston, because we were brought up and we
Yeah.
grew up in Kingston. Before,
So you have made the point clear now
pardon,
about the church service.
yeah.
Apostle, what is new happening that you asked to come and speak tonight?
Well, we we get to understand that there was a woman by the name of whatever her name is. I can't even want to call her name. That was arrested, and
I think it's called Caden Sachel.
Cadian,
Caden, or something like that.
right? We heard that she was arrested. We do believe that,
That's her.
That's the
yeah,
picture,
that's
yeah.
her, right. That
Our
woman, we heard
Facebook,
that.
our Facebook has been deactivated. I don't know how or why, but it's been deactivated.
It has been deactivated. That's understandable, but we have gotten a picture. That is the most
Mhm.
important part.
It's her because I've got confirmation from a cousin that the name is familiar to her as
So
well.
she knows the person.
Oh, you don't even understand. You don't even
Wait,
understand.
wait, wait. Are you saying that Sudie Mason's, Danielle's mother, knew this woman before?
Not in person. She don't
Yeah.
know her in person, but she has spoken to her and she have encounter with her.
Message on Facebook.
Wow.
Mhm.
So what was the encounter about?
As me and my cousin spoke about it, she said that sh initially, pardon me, initially there was an incident where the father, Naval Rowe, went to my cousin's house and took Nana from our house in Portmore when Nana was 3 years old.
Wow.
Yes. My cousin at the time, she was in the hospital giving birth to our son, who is 5 years old at the moment. So 5 years ago that happened. When he took her, he brought her to his house where he was living with Miss Sachel.
So he was living with Miss Sachel and he took Danielle from her mother,
Mm-hmm.
and she, Sachel or whatever her name,
Mm-hmm.
was in the house with Danielle at the time.
Yes, she was looking after her because at the time my cousin did not know where she was. So how the interaction came about is that Sasha, I wouldn't even call her Miss because I would not give her that title. Sachel message her on social media platform asking spec- a specific question about Nana, in regards to what she liked to eat, because she obviously the father has taken Nana and brought her to his
So
home.
she was asking what are the things that Nana eats.
Yeah. At the
So she
time
was
she
so
was
he,
looking after her.
so she
Yeah.
was looking after Nana whilst Paola was in the hospital giving birth to her son.
Not by chance, not by choice. The
But
father,
when the father took Nana from
our house,
Paola's house.
yes, yes,
Wow.
without our consent. In other words, he kidnapped Nana at 3 years old to be spiteful, because at this point the relationship was still fresh, and well, for him anyway, and he was still upset the fact that Piola had moved on with her life finally and was actually expecting a child.
Wow. So 5 years ago,
Hmm.
Paola knew her from then.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I apparently I also heard that he said that he doesn't know this woman, and that is to show you how lie and wicked this man is.
So Emma Walker say him no know the woman?
I heard someone say that he said he don't know the woman. I heard Popeye said it on
Oh, Papa
Popeye
News
show.
Link.
Yes,
Mm.
say that he sent to some other
Yeah,
to
but
go
that's
to his.
contradicting on the message that we
But Fix
saw.
barely identifies that she was a past lover of the father.
I believe that maybe it's in the ether that was generated, that might we don't know, but that's what we heard. And
But that's
it
a
would
serious bangarang.
but that don't make sense, because he had on Popeye's link, you saw where Popeye's mentioned that he called him and asked him about the person that was detained, and he then, if if I remember correctly, he said to Popeye, um you got my number, you must can see my status. And the screenshot that Popeye showed on his platform was a message of the said Sachel in a car with a friend. And I think the caption that he had said something along the line, really, after 5 years, or something along the line. So
Hmm.
that wouldn't make sense that he's saying that he doesn't know her. Because that would be it'd be a contradiction. And that
Well,
wouldn't make sense.
I don't know what I'm going to do tonight when I reveal everything on this platform.
Mm.
So we have established that he knows the girl who abducted Danielle.
I also believe that he know long time. He must have some idea what
Mm.
him done to people and what he's done. Because from day one he's been contradicting himself, even answering questions that nobody's asking him, and being very agitated. So he knows from day one who and what he's done to people. Why they want to go and take his child life. He knows something from day one.
Apostle. What you think the man know, Apostle?
Him know say when I'm woman them. Him know say him spread him my niece tell me say him have ears and she go a doctor and she know the result. So me I say it.
Okay, so what happened? Like, we're not, listen, it's an illness, it's a sickness. We're not.
And because him wore out him body, that's why him have AIDS. He sleep on like dog.
Apostle!
Social media can chat them out. Cause I'm afraid of social media what they want things say, what they want talk.
Apostle, calm down. Calm down.
Look here now. Me I want apostle. We're not afraid of people. Sir. Me not afraid of people. Me I want apostle. We're not kin teeth. Me not play church. Because him walk around and spread him body all over the place. And when time him read now, he cause me baby for dead. So that's why I get where I forget. And then anyhow, in any case, one day he will succumb.
The views expressed by the apostle and the cousin is not the views of Andre Stevens. I am just giving them the chance to speak their mind, as they had more to say from the time of the last interview. They will confess, they must confess.
You see, wicked people always end up all them to end up and you
In,
call them wicked.
let me just one another thing that I need to clarify, because I see a lot of things going on around social media, because I do check, because I want to know updates and stuff away from what we know in person as a family. And people make reference to the funeral that he sat where he sat and we sat where we were sat. And I need to make them know that we didn't show ourselves to our own seats. We were told where to sit, and he was told where to sit. We didn't make any seating arrangements
They
at the
planned
end of
it.
the day. Regardless of what happened, we, him being there for baby girl's sake, we didn't care. At that moment, we didn't care. But then when he's gonna go up on the platform to say that he was gonna take his child and he looked after his child, how do we sit when we know the truth? Just for a moment, believe what we are saying, that this man never looked after his child. Whoa, Nana. He did not care that much. I'm not saying initially he wasn't happy when the relationship between his her mother and him was good, you
Yes.
know. But I'm saying when it got sour, he actually penalized Nana for the relationship as well. So it's not as if he was a good father to her, regardless of what him and the mother went through. He took it out on Nana. Nana, in our moment, final moment, like probably like a week or few weeks, she didn't want to have nothing to do with him. She said to me, "Mom, I don't know what," and I quote what the grandma said. She said, "Grandma, I don't know why this man is holding on to my clothes. I don't even want to go back to his house. He's not treating me nice."
Who said this, Paola or Danielle?
Nana told that to her grandmother.
Oh, Paola's mommy.
Yes, that's the grandmother, on the maternal grandmother. And this is when this conversation is, and that's why she's so upset. And she said sometime if we listen to her a little bit more, even that day of her want to not want to go to school that day. She didn't even want to go to school that
She
day.
never wanted to go to school.
No, and my cousins have to live with that moment to say that she said, Nana, come and go to school, not because it's raining. She lived with such regrets.
Wow.
You see, when persons who don't understand I hear social media also saying that, oh, you can bet that this family has never been looking after them.
We don't
My
care what they want to say.
my niece and us, she were brought up in my hand. My niece, me change her nappy. My niece, me beard her. Piola, me beard Piola. Me change her nappy.
What they need
Piola
to
don't know no,
understand,
she
we
don't know
live
no
in a
family but
family yard.
us.
We live in a family yard. We had a hole where my grandmother and grandfather worked hard and tirelessly to ensure that their family had a place where we call home. But Piola wanted to venture off her own and have her own home away from. She always had a home to go back to if she needed to. Always in Kingston. That's a family yard the only family live on. Only recently we have two. I think they got two um people that's not family living on tenants there in on that property. But then again, this is a question. This is something else that I heard about this lady, that she's related to Matlan. I don't know.
Related to who?
Is the man called
Maitland.
Maitland or Matlan, whatever that man that
You're saying that this girl who abducted Paola is related to who? Noel Maitland?
the one
Yeah,
that
the one of them
abducted
come from up a
Daniela.
stone up same place up already.
Yeah.
Wait. Are you saying that this woman on the screen is family with Noel Maitland?
Yes.
We were told
Apparently,
by
cousin.
another family members who live next door to them of us, our family member who live next door to us,
Yes.
next door to them, that he and her is cousins.
Wait. No, this
So the
too
whole of them are
hot.
murderer. The whole of them are murderer, and they must confess.
Apostle, are you saying that Noel Maitland and this girl that
Allegedly.
alleged, are you sure about this, Apostle?
Okay, we was informed
We were
by our
informed.
family member that live next door to them in the same area, and we was also informed that she is a nasty, I quote, a nasty piece of work to society. She's a knife woman, like to stab people. My
Because she
cousin.
stab all him too. She
Yeah.
stab him all in her hand. She stabbed the police boy in her hand.
So you're saying that this girl attacked Norvel Rowe before?
Yes.
Yes, she stabbed him in her hand. There's report at the station. This other allegedly. This a real story. She stabbed him in her hand. Stab him nearly. Stab him. I don't
So
know when did to her and she
so
stabbed him.
wait,
It was
this
reported. If they
okay.
report their station, so me now say allegedly. She stabbed him already.
Yeah. It was confirmed by my cousin because he called my cousin to bail him at the time.
Because she lock him up and him lock her up. And my niece go bail him. So the same
He
girl stab
called her
him.
to bail him. I don't know if she bailed him, but she did say he called her to bail him. I don't know if she bailed him or someone else had to. I'm not sure, but I can't remember that part.
But as she him call.
Hmm.
When he get the tab. A long time the girl there look like say she a tape murderer them, the whole family Maitlands them, and the Sashels and the Maitland,
Mother,
them a murderer.
allegedly.
I wonder who else alleged. I wonder who else them murder.
What a way we weave.
Hmm.
I wonder who else them murder. Me not care when them talk about the
No.
apostle, you know, because they can't start the apostle from over 19. They can't start the apostle from speak, thus said the Lord.
Okay, can
And
I just say?
they should make me go up on the pulpit and see me now reveal some things.
Can I just say? Now it makes sense why Nana would have gone to this girl,
Cause she
Because
know
Nana
her.
knew her.
because Nana was taken and to her house, to her dad's house, where she was living. So she was living at the house. She looked out. I don't know how long before my cousin got back her daughter, but she was looking after Nana. She would have bathed Nana. She would have fed Nana. So now it makes sense why Nana would have skipped out of class straight into her arms to collect lunch money that she pretended to go give. Because remember, she went there the same day that Nana was taken to give lunch money to ensure that Nana was there. Now the question that I'm asking, did she finally found out where Nana was because of the dad recently? Has the dad started a relationship with this woman again? Recent. Because why, as him himself said, after 5 years, what could have transpired 5 years or from 5 years ago if it's nothing new to make this woman? I also heard allegedly that she was pregnant for him.
What?
Mm. So
And
people
when she went allegedly, and when she find out that she was
and that's why she
pregnant
was
because she
miscarried.
was losing miscarriaging the baby because I went him gear.
So could it be because she felt like and apparently she had I think PCOS. That's where the inability to have children easily, where you grow hair on your face and you find it hard to conceive. So could it be that when she found out that she was pregnant and lost her child, And the reason she lost her child was because she was in fact infected. And that enraged her. Hmm? I'm not saying that's the case. I'm because as a family, there's more questions right now
We
than
have a lot of
answers.
questions for ask.
So
I
people
would
in
have
the
like him
community,
stop hype. Would have like him stop hype and come talk real story with me. Cause we want to know. Because at the end of the day, we can't get back with baby. And nobody can stop me from being angry. Because if they never kill me, baby, I'm not angry.
so you see, there's a lot of question, Andre. A lot of question, and people are thinking, do they think we want to be on here talking about this?
Who
Or
want
do
to
they
talk?
really think we want to sit on a computer talking about how Nana was murdered?
2 o'clock
You
in
want
the
to give
morning
anything
in
for this to be
London.
a dream? We're not
So
looking
you
no
know,
damn hype.
it really startled me just now when you're saying that this woman is a relative to Noel Maitland.
Yeah. Do your digging. Find out.
Do you digging and find out? Cause we know you're good. That's why you me always chat to. Because we know you're not ramp, well educated. Educated than some of them educated fools. You have some of them were educated, but them are fool. Idiot them. And they can't stop me as the apostle from talk or me attacking. Look, I'm a rough girl. Me the born rough from man, but me never kill nobody because me have murderous spirit. Me not murderous spirit, but me rough.
Murder!
Mm.
So then can't bully me. Nobody can bully me and shut me down. Nobody. I mean I stop telling go.
Apostle, I've seen my visions recently where Danielle Rowe's father seemingly wants to sue me.
He want to sue me too. It's not lie, it's a real vision. He want to sue me too. Him say he want some of my pound.
He wants to sue me too.
He want to sue you and he want to sue me. So any vision you have a true you tell. He want
And
to sue you and he want to sue me because he say me say in drink baby blood.
you never said that at no
And I
point.
never say that. I never say that. And nobody on social media can say they hear I say that this man drink. But any maybe he get some, maybe she drink, maybe the killer girl give him some for drink.
There are things that we know that we're not gonna disclose, but she's been posit- positively identified without a shadow of doubt. And when Jamaica people hear what the police have, they're gonna realize that it's not a joke. You know, she actually did. Blood was on her hands. Blood was all over her clothes. Somebody saw her leaving the sites. They saw her.
So we must come and fix Bailey then for the investigation at
Yes,
least.
Yes, we are
he's
coming
been
the police. We are coming
great.
the police. Well, first of all, we are coming God. We are
Yes.
coming God. I gotta get the glory for that one. Mr. Shakira, you can do the fixed Bailey part. I gotta get the glory for this.
Well, I have
When the
to give
chauffeur,
them.
when we come out there and blow the chauffeur for them. When the chauffeur blow at the
He's
spot.
been doing a wonderful job, and to be honest with you, he's been doing a good job. Whether it's by because of his he's taking this one personally and really
And
it
I
has
agree.
it
I
has wait,
agree.
mom.
I
It,
do commend him. I do really, really commend him for the job that he has been doing. And I hope that he continue and go
not just
find the
here.
other rest of children that were the murder. The over 60 children that are missing, apparently
Six
missing. Over
thousand. They said 6,000.
over
Oh,
how many children that are missing from January 2023 to this year. Yeah, I hope he do take it on like he take on my niece
Brandy.
case and find some more of these murderers and put them away. But for
But
me, I
all
give
I
God the
am
glory.
saying, all I'm saying, this is what I want Jamaica. They keep on saying that they feel Jamaica people keep on saying on all over social media that they feel this to their belly. But I want them to stand with the family when the perpetrators are brought to justice to ask for the death penalty. Make it be the first in a very long time that this, because once she's proven without a shadow of doubt that she committed this murder, we are asking the government to put her to death. Even though it's not gonna bring back Nana and it's not gonna make us feel better, but a life for a life. And it's only fear. She should not be breathing after such a
I,
cruel act.
well, me feel like say as if you have nightmare for the rest of her life. Every
No,
time she need to
that's where
go
we
in there
differ.
and get where we differ upon her
No.
one day. I want her to have nightmare for the rest of her life. When she a eat, she see
Question.
Danielle.
But
When
question,
she
why do
sleep, she
you
see
believe?
Danielle.
But why do you believe that she even have a conscience where she will feel any guilt? Because somebody who feels guilt would have never committed such a heinous act. Let me tell you something. Think about it logically. When somebody take a gun and shoot somebody, it's not that personal. A lot of person can try to defend themselves, by using a gun and shooting. But it takes a different level of cruelty to hold a knife to somebody and feel their warm blood on your hand, and knowing that's a child on top of that. Remember, Nana had a busted lip. So this. Mm, mm,
I feel this one.
mm.
When you wait to enter and God bust her lip, God soon bust your lip.
Come on, man, people. It's not
But I
fair.
gather that the father is calling your niece and telling her that you work witchcraft on him.
We don't care
Yes,
what he wants
my
to say.
niece was supposed to be here tonight, but she's at work apparently. But let me tell you something. My niece told me that he said it's me who is working witchcraft on him. Why his name has been called on social media. Hey, hey. And him need to know who Jesus is. And if he know who Jehovah Nissi is, he will know say he can't skip over that. In them the African face, them most African face. They will have to confess, and him himself gonna go to prison. Because when they find out, cause me can't chat my mouth, cause me don't care about nobody. When they want to say, when they find out their ears in gear, when they find out their infect her and kick her and push her overboard, him need to go to prison for that because him
Rick,
knows him have
yes,
ears and he can't go
but
infect it.
but
Be-
question. The question is now, Andre, how
Hmm.
many other woman has
As
this
he
man
infected,
done this to? I'm asking all those who have been in a relationship with this man that in the last 5 years,
come
that
forward.
that he has never said to them or disclosed that he is sick. Please go check yourself out, because it's not a joke. Because when my cousin found out that he was sick and was taking care of him in the hospital, she herself was tested and Nana was tested because they didn't know how long is when he came down and was so ill, and that's how they found out that he had been infected with AIDS. I don't know if it's gone to AIDS, because obviously
AIDS.
HIV and AIDS. HIV is a virus, AIDS is a full blown. So we know
Him
that.
a full blown
Well,
AIDS.
I don't know
Me,
that. I
me
don't know.
niece see the report. Me niece see the report. I wish she was on here tonight because she was coming. My niece say AIDS, that
Okay, I
HIV.
don't know. That is not a conversation that me and her have
Me and her have it.
in regards to if it's HIV or AIDS to clarify that. But so I'm only speaking on what I know. I won't say anything that I don't know.
Well,
Okay,
my niece tell me that. Me and my niece talk.
that's
And she tell me
fine.
that.
I'm not saying that. Obviously, we know that we talk all the time. But I'm saying
All
for
the time.
me,
Up to a while ago, we were talking.
personally, she has not said to me it's AIDS. So I use the word HIV to be correct. You understand?
Well, even if you infect somebody with HIV knowingly, you need to go to prison for it.
But of
Be-
course,
You
so
must go to prison for it.
the question is, this is what I want to know. How many people who recognize Nava Rowe as a sexual partner have gone to check themselves? Because do they believe that we're lying? Because trust me, darling, we are not lying. It is full and it's factual that he is infected, whether it's HIV or AIDS, he has one of them.
The force also know same of it.
Hence the
And
reason
them
why he
have to
hasn't
do
gone back to
text.
work. I don't even know. I don't know,
The
but
force also know that he is
yeah, but to
infected.
be honest, they're not gonna disclose that because at the end of the day, that's a personal information. At the end of the day, the
All
only
right,
reason.
I know you guys are upset of what they have done to you, Danielle,
Yeah.
but I can't because I know other persons who are HIV positive and they live a responsible life. I have to strike the balance tonight and let us not go too much
No,
into.
but Andre, let me explain. I am not saying those or because remember HIV, it can be sexual, it could be from a dirty needle, it could be accidental. So we're not victim blaming someone. But when you knowingly have a disease that you know can affect others and willfully, spitefully infect others without letting them know, that's what we're talking about.
Yes. We are not putting down those that are infected accidentally
Because let me tell you,
or in a
let me disclose this.
relationship.
Let me disclose this. My father died in 2019, and I disclosed this from having HIV to full blown AIDS. My father. So let me
Your father.
my father, Patrick Morris, died in 2019 of AIDS. Well, it's
Wow.
complication of AIDS. So don't get it. I am not bashing people.
Wow.
And I me
Okay?
come down, come bury him. We come down, come bury, so we could
And the
have bury
person
the
who gave
baby.
my father the disease, when he called and said, "Do you know I got that?" She dismissed him and said, "Where's the money that you said you promised me?" She knowingly gave this to my father.
So we
So
want you to understand, Andre, that it's not that we are putting down anyone. I also believe that there is healing in the name of Jesus and people can be healed from it as well. But it's when you blatantly know say you have it and you get a one and you
but
get a
that's the
one there, you
culture.
get a one there. And
That's
you
the
So
sleep around.
your argument is that you believe the father has gone around infecting women in Jamaica and they don't know about it.
I strongly believe
Yes.
so.
That's why we are calling for them to go and check yourself. You don't have to believe anything that we are saying. Go and check yourself because and Andre, let me tell you something. Why I said, let me go back to where I said I believe he knows that something happened. When one day before he leave his yard where him walk away from him house went by and leave it, lock it up and go away. Because a brown girl, his brother said it. His brother said he also said it as well somewhere from one of them one of those interview that he did. His brother said a brown girl come to the house where him and the brother live and say, yes, I find where you're there now.
What?
Oh Lord have
Yeah.
mercy. So sure, sure.
No, Apostle, repeat that one.
I say, Shakira, explain what me just said to him.
Yeah. Basically, when everything happened and my cousin was seeking answers from the family, she spoke to I think the said brother that he himself said that he left the house because he didn't want to kill.
Yes,
The brother kill him, yeah.
He killed
yes.
the brother kill him. I think that is from that same house, but I don't believe that's the reason why he left the house. I believe that he know that that woman was looking for him. Clearly, she wanted to do something to him, so he was in
So
hiding.
you believe that because the woman found him now, that's why
He
he left the
left.
house in
Him
Portmore?
Yes,
left the house. That means
yes.
him know say him know who kill him Pitney from day one. And he should have at least said to the police, say, look, this woman come and look for me and talk when to the woman
But we don't know if he
and
has
make
done that
closure.
though. I don't know if he has said to the police or he has given her name. But
I,
judging from the message on Popeye that he said, really, after 5 years, I don't. It seems he appears that he's in disbelief. So I don't think it would suggest that he's given that name. I think that would
Well,
be a fair thing to say.
and then all he does is hype. You just hyping from one social media to the other. You're hyping. Your child throat cut in the hospital, and you ask all the weird question. You ask some weird question, and you talk some weird thing. You don't have to pay no more
Maintenance. Child maintenance.
maintenance to the child while the child lie down the hospital with her throat cut. That mean you know something you want. You never want to pay no maintenance. So that mean you know something. Can you
But look,
say it to the mother in the hospital?
but look at this,
Just
yeah.
say it to the mother in the hospital.
In his interview, he said this. He said that when he reached the hospital, he saw money on the phone, and a man came out, and he thought it was her man or something, and until he realized that it was the priest or pastor or whatever. Why was that your concern in the first place? Why was that even relevant? Why was that even a thought in your head? It just goes to show it's narcissistic behavior and controlling behavior. Even the mere fact that your child was dying in bed.
So
Yeah.
you're saying he was more hell bent to find out who was the man with payola?
Do you not hear when in his interview when he said she come out with her man, but he thought it was her man. Why was that even relevant for you to even utter out of your mouth? Because you're a control freak. That's all you do. You just want to control my cousin's life.
That's
He
why
was
the
not
murderer.
with
That's why the
you.
murder. I don't know why I never him the murder wall. That's why the murderer is stab him already pan in hand. Stab him pan in hand. Sink a knife in
I
her
don't
hand.
believe that she chose Nana because she just want to choose Nana. I believe she's the only child she could have get access to easily because of his doing. Because of his doing. Because other his first child, I believe, is in Canada, and one is in Portland. Sorry, I don't believe she even probably met the one in Portland. So the one that she did know, she had access to because he allowed access, and that's why people of Jamaica, you need to be careful the people you bring around your children. Until you're in a steady relationship, you can't just bring any people. And I won't say girl children, every child, male and female, it doesn't matter. Because I know Jamaican people like to say, oh, when you're girl child, I can't. No, children are being abused. So we need to be careful who we bring around our children. If you never learn from this, learn now. Mothers and fathers, stop bringing your children around your little hookups.
That's a teachable lesson in all that is for true.
And me, as for me, I would like the world to know that I have a right as a grandaunt who hold her in my arm, who put bottle to their mouth, who put buckle from the mother mouth to baby mouth. Me have a right to be angry. And no social media can tell me say me must be angry over the murder where they murder our child. They can't tell us that we're not supposed to angry. I mean, I don't know when this I got left me because me now like me angry. Me angry.
What I would also like to say, because I'm used, I think after this, I don't believe I will come on social media again after this, but I believe, I get the understanding that it was the government that helped pay for the funeral, that gave them no right to change whatever. I don't know who changed, or my cousin don't know who changed, but I remember when she was sitting down, she kept on whispering in my ear, said, I need to speak to the pastor because Auntie name is not on the program. I don't know what went wrong. And that is when she kept on talking to them. That is when she said it to the man, and then eventually they asked us all to go in the room. I won't go back into that.
But she said she spoke about it on TV, TD, whatever
TV,
day.
yeah,
She spoke
TVJ,
about it and they cut out the whole of that where she had explained. Say them
how
take
she
off my
felt.
name.
Yeah,
But
She
because
no,
them
she spoke to TVJ.
yes, she did.
about it, what them only play what they want to play.
Yes,
They only play the part that they want to play because everybody's hooked up to whoever them hooked up with, and they
bias.
won't they are biased, and that's why they cut it out. That's why I said none of them can call my phone and ask me for company or nothing with them because at the end of the day when you talk to them they now play it.
We only get the chance as a family to be heard on platform such as yourself, our Popeyes, you know. Um, Otherwise, when you have the mainstream media, I don't believe they capture what the families trying to put out there and their hurt and their concern and what exactly transpired at the funeral. But at the end of the day, as we said, we as a family, we don't, as you can see, I'm very much like my mother. I'm much more calmer than her, though. I'm much, much calmer than
Hey,
her.
well,
So
when me a beat Satan Andrea, I saw me mad. When me a lick down and kick down Satan kingdom, I saw me mad. So me not want, me not do little soft. Me not soft apostle, me a rough gal. Me a rough apostle. Me born to serve God. Me
but
born to glorify God. And nobody can tell me how to chat because my God ramp rough. My
let me
God rough.
let me tell you something. Going back to the funeral and who paid for the funeral. Think about it. Are we supposed to be show gratitude? Remember, the child was in their care. They were supposed to keep her safe, not pay for a funeral. She was supposed to hand her child over, our children, because our only Nana alone went to the school. Our son went to the school. She handed her children over to the school, and the school was supposed to hand her back her children. So don't think they did anything special. You did nothing special. That's the least you could have done, is pay for the goddamn funeral at the end of the day, because at the end of the day she brought two live children to damn school and only
And
received back one that's been traumatized, because up to this day the little boy keep on saying that his sister is in hospital getting better. The poor baby don't even know that his sister will never come back.
Wow.
So you talk about where the family should show gratitude, that they pay for what?
gratitude,
Pay for what? We don't care.
but even if so, they did not give us the chance because I myself would have buried her myself.
But remember, mom, remember, as soon as when Piola said that Nana was gone and she had said, "Oh my God, what am I gonna?" The first thing you said to her was, "Let me find out what funeral home we can take her." Piola was the one who came back to us and said, "Auntie, they saying they taken her body to have some investigation run." That's what we was told. That's where we stopped the planning, because there's no way we was gonna leave that up for my cousin to be burying our child. It wouldn't be fair as a family. There was about 10 of us on the car with her constantly from it happened. From
And more,
before from before Nana died. We never left her side. So she was the one who said that they've taken her to a special place to do some investigation, and from there it came on to say that they would bury her and they would do that, because we was going to send her to the place that we wanted to send her to.
and she would have been buried properly.
And there
Without the
wouldn't be
Buried
interference of
properly.
without
and
the
there wouldn't be
interference
no
of
cameras. People are saying that, oh, she should have been put on in peace. Did she die in bloody
She never
peace?
died in peace.
Did she die
So
in
me have a right to
peace?
make nice there. She never died in peace. What them talk about put down in peace? Put down what in peace? The moment she died and her breath leave her, the Holy Spirit come take her. The Holy Angel come take her and carry her gone. So the piece of corpse were left back. Where the one of them a come talk about bury in peace. She can't bury in peace. Because they slaughter her, they never slaughter her in peace. So that's why they come with them arms those for come upset me. For come upset me, want to pray over my family. And me all of my family them talk about. And me all of my family them look up to. And me them look up to. Me as for that time me I come jag her. Me can drag my niece, me get her titty. Me get her titty, me can drag her. Me feed her with buckle, me wash her bottom. Nobody knows anything about our family. We are very close-knitted family. We were all brought up to prayer. Wake up and pray. Go to bed and pray. I saw the water we grow up. So nobody can social media and nobody can dictate my family life. Everybody in my family, I mean them look up to me. From sisters, brothers, everybody, every little thing I mean them call. And the first phone caller come to me. So social media can't come tell me nothing. None of them can come look for me and tell me nothing and tell me so me can't grieve or me want grieve. And come tell me so me not apostle because them are not my God. Them are not my God. Them are not my God. We have to pick out the beam out of fury eye before we can go pick it out of anybody eye. Because them is not my God. I mean, I bow to Satan and him world. I am living in this world and I'm not of it.
And you're really hurting. That's why you're talking tonight.
Of course, me hurting Andre. Andre, me hurt. Mr. Steven, me hurt. Me hurt. Me hurt the fact. I mean, I tell me people say because she never get for me hurt because me never get for prayer about my family. Me never get for prayer. Me never get for hold the
demonic
mic
church.
for prayer in a them demonic church and reveal the demon never turn up in a day. Oh, them should have give me the mic and them would have hear some things long time. They should have give me the mic and them would have hear some things long time. On the think I play church, boy, yeah? On the think we play church, we don't play church. Go up on my TikTok and know you're far me and talk to people and tell them what kind of this and what kind of that and who they are. And tell them what size shoes them wear and everything. Go up on my TikTok.
Oh.
I wanna know if me don't know nothing. But because your Illuminati them know all of them dead and they know them no want rake up. They no want God to rake up them throne.
You know, I would like to say, sorry, I have to compose myself a bit because just talking about this, and sometimes when you talk about Nana, you can't help but visualize the things that she went through, and it really is traumatizing. And at times you just have to kind of gather yourself.
Yeah, of course it traumatizing because them traumatize the family and them have the cheek attack them out. They upset your something representing the children that die and the flag. Them are them interested enough to talk about the flag. The flag. Jamaica is bloody. Jamaica is bloody. How many people dead? Even yesterday or sometime this week we hear how much people protesting them are Christian and protesting and how much of them dead. How many people are dying by the minutes in Jamaica? And you chose something to symbolize how Jamaica bloody and all and think about the stupid flag.
Jamaica is a bloody country indeed, Apostle
It is a
Yvette.
bloody country, but why don't we understand that it is bloody and unruly?
But you know, there's so many people away from Jamaica, Jamaicans living abroad that would love to come back home, and they don't understand that the level of crime, what that does for the country is actually make the country itself cannot build up, because people can't sell back what they own in England, America, and all over the globe. They are to come back in Jamaica to settle down because the crime rate is is petrifying. You know, our health system is non-existent. Education is a joke, but that's politics that I don't want to get into. You know, so when I see, well, all right, this is one thing that I hear people always say. What is the government supposed to do? The government in charge is supposed to put rules and regulation in places to enforce certain things. That's what the government is. So when people, let me be clear, blunt. When people say what Andrew Owen is meant to do is to put regulation and things in place. So the perpetrator either, I'm not saying they're gonna stop completely, but guess what? They're gonna find it harder to get away with the crime. So guess what? For those who don't want to get caught, will not get themselves involved in the first place. For those who don't care about cameras and whatever else is put in place to bring these people to justice, at least justice will be served. And those who are menace to society will not be a part of society. So these are the things when people are saying Andrew Owens ain't doing anything for the country. This is what I
When
am talking
Shakira,
about.
when I was doing the protesting, I heard some one man shouted from across the road near the police station to me, and he said, "I need to blame the foreigners who are carrying the guns." Who are carrying the guns into through here. No, I need not to blame those. We still a blame Prime Minister. Why? Him again, he need to put something in place. Why? To stop the guns from come to airport. To stop the gun from come to whichever channel they channel them
The
through.
wharfs.
Yeah.
Check the wharf, put the wharf in order. So you can't tell me, say, you're gonna stop those in England, America, or wherever the guns are coming from, 80s and these places. What about the sea? What about police in the sea? What about police in the wharf? What about police in the areas that need policing?
What's in place at the moment to ensure these things? Why is not more regulation not put on people carrying sharp objects? These are the things that the government can ensure. It's illegal to carry any knife. And those who, like for instance, are vendors, have to maybe have a lockable or have a certain knife, and it has to be chained up in a certain way. There's so much ways that the government can put things in place to ensure to reduce crime, knife crime in Jamaica.
Hey, but hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Let me tell you something. Not only that, but look at where they put tourism. You know, see now tourism now really get hurt. So see like how they can protect tourism. They can protect the Jamaican people them better.
Yes. Talk that again, Apostle.
Me not afraid of them. Me say see like how they can protect tourism and tourism in a Jamaica safe. You hardly hear a tourist dead. And
Yeah,
so
but
they can protect
yeah,
Jamaica citizen
when you
and
when
stop
you
sell we out.
when we go and you see when I come, like sometimes I come through Montego Bay, or sometimes I come through Kingston, and when you go to Montego Bay and I'm going from Montego Bay coming back to where I normally reside in when I'm in Jamaica, and I see the road and I was like, Mom, you see that Jamaica can do better for their people, but they choose not
Yeah,
to.
just drive down there, you know that they can do better.
They choose not to. I see the most ambulance in Ochi. I don't see that much ambulance in
Kingston.
Kingston. I didn't know that so much ambulance is in Jamaica until I go to Ochi or Montego Bay.
Because there's a reality that there's two Jamaica, three Jamaica, four Jamaica, five Jamaica. A Jamaica for the privileged and a Jamaica for the unjust or the unjust.
But
A
Andre,
Jamaica that, and this is so true about the realities that Jamaicans are facing in this country.
yeah, but the question is, if they don't stand up for themselves, who is gonna stand up for them?
Yeah,
When
Andre
they lock up in
Stephen.
the house
Yeah,
and
but
sit down
Andre,
and talk
you
foolishness so them
you
don't
yourself
understand.
alone cannot stand for everybody, because even when you stand for them, they will still bash you until they want change. Until look at the fact that when we came as a family and we asked Jamaica to stand with us, everybody was saying, "Where's the family?" They didn't know that we were trying to prepare ourselves to come and support my cousin in person, and they were saying, "Where is the family?" Nobody's not saying it, everyone's hiding. And when we made arrangements so we are able to leave London, you know, where was the people who stood with us? They like to open their mouth, bare talk,
Wait till it reach their door.
and they only wait until they reach their door before someone, "Oh, I should have gone out there."
Wait till
But
it reach their
remember,
door.
it's not what we're wishing. It's a fact. It might reach your door sooner rather than later.
The way how
Wow.
Jamaica is. The way how Jamaica is at the moment. And let me tell you something. You have some pastor out there nowadays, are them one day. God I got trust. You not come all Jamaica, you not come talk about me as an apostle. You not go talk about no pastor them where we are tongue ringing on their tongue. On a pastor them with that Jamaica, where we are ringing at their tongue. At them when you go chat about. And no call me name, no go away.
Apostle, Yvette Thomas.
Yes, oh,
You have said enough tonight.
amen.
Do you have any last words
No,
tonight?
me don't talk. Make
I
Shakira say
do.
the last word.
She must confess.
You will
Ah,
confess.
you will confess. They will confess. It's not just you alone who's been arrested.
And them
Mm.
have somebody else. They soon reveal somebody else. Them have somebody else.
Whatever part that person, he or she, may
So are you saying that there's possibly another person in custody?
yes,
Yes,
there is.
there is.
Are you saying, Apostle, that there's another person in custody?
Them have somebody else in a custody and them soon revealing.
Or her.
Or
Wow. Apostle
uh,
Mm.
and Shakira, thank you for joining me tonight.
have a blessed night, sir.
You're welcome, Andre.